back to this special edition of Hannity. Well, it's an American tradition to watch football on Thanksgiving Day, but one player chose to inject politics into the game. And as you can see, Olivier Vernon, defensive end for the New York Giants, took a knee during the national anthem, something he has been doing for several games now. President Trump responded on Twitter saying, quote, "Can you believe that the disrespect for our country, our flag, our anthem continues without penalty to the players? The commissioner has lost control of the hemorrhaging league. Players are the boss." Earlier this week, the president called out the NFL over suggestions of keeping teams in the locker room during the anthem. He tweeted, quote, "The NFL is now thinking about a new idea, keeping teams in the locker room during the national anthem next season." Well, that's almost as bad as kneeling. When will the highly paid commissioner finally get tough and smart? This issue is killing your league. Joining us now with reaction is Fox News contributor and pastor at the First Baptist Church in Dallas, Robert Jeffress, and Fox News contributor David Webb. David, I'll begin with you. Is this the right move for the president to continue to call out the NFL, call out the players, call out the commissioner for their unpatriotic displays?
It absolutely is, and it's simple. The president's winning on the issue. Culturally, Americans see the anthem and the flag as one. We stand for the anthem. We face the flag with his flown for those key minutes. And he's winning on that issue culturally. Look, the subjective ideas around his tweeting is just that. But the NFL's paying another price. You and I have done the business shows many times over the years. And the NFL's losing image and advertising, which means that as you look at playoff numbers, you look at sales, you look at costs, they're losing their business as well. So the players are affecting their business, and the ignorance and the uninformed part of this. Marshawn Lynch, I want to go back to him. He stands for the Mexican anthem. If you take him out of his celebrity bubble and he's arrested in Mexico, he will be treated significantly differently than he will as a celebrity. And to all those NFL players, I've said this for weeks on my show, and I'll say it again. If you really want to go back to Colin Kaepernick, and you really want to protest police brutality as you see it, then turn around, because every 20 yards on the sidelines is a cop. Turn around and take a knee in front of a police officer, not to the flag and the anthem.
Yes, it just seems, Pastor Jeffress, that there is such a disconnect in terms of the messaging here and taking out in a way these unpatriotic displays. They are not benefiting the bottom line of the NFL. The viewers don't like it. Ratings sliding. All of the
I don't like it.
It seems that in terms of a lot of this kneeling, it's more like grandstanding.
Well, I think it is. And I think there's a bigger issue here, Kimberly. You know, whether it's calling out LeVar Ball, as the president did earlier this week, and now calling out the NFL, I think President Trump is touching on a very important issue in America right now, and that's a lack of gratitude. Look, these NFL players ought to be thanking God every day that they live in a country not only where they can earn millions of dollars every year, but they can disrespect our flag without being thrown in prison or worse, as they would if they lived in China or North Korea. And contrary to what the left would tell you, this is not a racial issue. This is a grateful issue. And it's an issue I'm glad the president is hitting head on. I mean, the fact is, if all Americans were more grateful for the good things God and others have done for us, I think you'd see a lot of the negativity in our country dissipate overnight. So I think our president is showing great moral leadership in addressing this topic.
You know, the pastor brings up such a great point, David, in terms of, being a nation that is grateful for military service, for those that have shed blood, to be able to protect our rights, to express ourselves in terms of, freedom of expression, First Amendment rights. There's a means and a way to do it that is respectful, like you've discussed, versus doing this behavior that there's such a disconnect. It doesn't make any